Massive thanks to the mad lads and ladies supporting the channel. The doggos say thanks.
No, I'm gonna leave that in. Hey everyone, it's time for some more Moss Hunter. Today we are going to try Gore Magala again. Something I actually want to talk about is it is strangely difficult to get pants in this game. I don't know when I realized it, but yeah, pants in this game is kind of hard to get. I just realized that, or at least if you start with multiplayer like I usually do. Whenever I first started multiplayer, I actually went a whole rank or two without having a single pair of pants outside the default ones, and on top of that, I'm also going to get some Mega Nutrients here. Oh, I should probably empty up my item box. That would definitely be smart. But yeah, on top of that, it's, yeah, like the pants I got now, I got these from Rathian, and I think these are the only pair of pants I got. I think I tried to get the Xantros armor set. I kind of gave, or I think I did get the full gunner set for that, but for the Gore Magala armor here, it is just so difficult getting pants. I have no idea why. I don't know what it is with Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, but they just really don't want you getting pants. Why? No idea. But we are going to try to be up to Gore Magala again, see if we can get some pants. I did put out a note to the community to see if anybody wanted to join. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like anybody did want to. This is, I will use this chance to do a little bit of self-promotion, though. If you want to join the community of people who like playing Monster Hunter games, and if you want to get tagged whenever I'm doing any of these quests or doing any of these videos, join Discord community. I'll try to do at least one a day, or at least one a day on the weekdays. I'm actually working today, so that's why I'm doing one today. Normally I would be streaming, and I'd probably be streaming Monster Hunter 1 and just grinding through that to finally get to HR6 so I could finally finish the game and then finish up single player. Unfortunately, job is job, and I have to job. But yeah, that said, if you want to join other people, play Monster Hunter Wilds even, because there's people there who play that as well, including myself. Yeah, join the Discord, and we have a channel for looking for games to play with each other. Even a special tag, so you don't have to tag everyone. For those of you who are in the community and watching this video, please, if you want somebody to play with, don't feel bad about pinging people. Please, for the love of God, use the Monster Hunter tag. I put it there for that reason. I promise, it's okay. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Why did I do any of that? Anyway, yeah, we're going to actually try to beat up the Gore Magala. And, I'm just gonna do this. Hi, what's up, buddy? Oh. Wow, that was pretty cheeky. Yeah, so when it comes to pants and Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, I remember playing through the first rank of missions, and I was like, oh, cool, I want to get, I can't remember what armor set I got at first. I think it was the Great Jagras, the Jagras armor, not Jagras, Great Jaggy armor set. How am I going to get my boy Jagras mixed up with my boy Jaggy mixed up with the Jagras, but it's something that I noticed at first. I don't think I actually got the pants for the armor set because it required a certain ore or a certain item or something like that. For this one, it requires, I believe, a rare material from Gore Magala that's kind of difficult to get. So, yeah, it is an interesting problem that may be possibly unique to me and my intelligent way of playing. I should have just held block. But, it is something I've noticed because, yeah, I've been trying to get pants. I've been trying to get the Gore Magala pants, and it just hasn't been going well at all. Ooh. Oh man, I am doing absolutely terribly at this minigame. Let's just beat him up, make it quick, make it fast, make it doable. Oh, it's gonna be rough whenever he gets into his rage state. But yeah, getting pants in this game is surprisingly difficult. Why? No idea. Something I did notice is I did forget to heal. So if you want to know your average, you know, Lars hunting experience, I try to not suck, and then I do suck, and then Gore Magala clips in the environment, and it's just a whole mess now. It's actually very fun, but it's also very embarrassing, because stuff like that will happen. And this is why you always use your items at an intelligent time, instead of, you know, at a not intelligent time. Ooh. Although, with Gore Magala flying across the map constantly, it is going to make it difficult to get the buff for the Frenzy Virus, so I'm just going to work on dealing with that, so before the timer goes up, hopefully. I don't know what this dude is doing. Gore Magala, you absolute son of a gun. Do you mind getting down here? Oh, no. Oh, yeah, that's not good. So, maybe he was just waiting for me to do that all along. I didn't really have much of a choice, because if I got hit, it would have killed me. It does look like I didn't paintball him, but judging from this map, he's going over to Area 4. So I'm going to run over to Area 8. I don't know what's going to happen with Frenzy Virus if... I don't... Actually, that's something I don't understand about Frenzy Virus. Just ask, for anybody who's familiar with Frenzy Virus and Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, if I don't have the Frenzy Virus dealt with, I guess. I don't know if that's it's got something to do with that timer. Is it like permanent, the debuff, or like semi-permanent for however many minutes that the normal buff would last? Or is it like a debuff until I actually get the buff? Because like right now it's blue, so I'm assuming since it's blue that means the debuff is in place. And of course it's got the red on it, or that could be from the buff as well. Oh, pretty disturbing. Lose your natural ability to hear. Take increased damage from all virus-infused attacks. Oh boy. Yeah, okay, alright, so that's definitely unfortunate. Let me see if using a null berry will help, though. Nope, using a null berry did not help, unfortunately. Yeah, Gore Magala, he wasted my time and definitely GG'd me, so... Yeah, that's why, make sure you fight off the virus whenever you can. Hopefully, it'll go away eventually, but I'm not entirely sure. I will be taking increased damage from all virus-infused attacks, so that's not good at all, but hopefully I can wait it out by beating up on Gore Magala. Alright, yeah, so it looks like there is a timer on the buff or debuff, so now that I have the virus, hopefully I can chase down Gore Magala and beat him up before the virus saturates too much, but it's definitely not looking good. I actually don't remember him flying up this much in the last mission, so yeah, that is pretty tragic. Pretty tragic indeed, but he is back on the ground, so hopefully I can take advantage of that. And, my goodness, beat him up and hopefully get some pants. Because this is not looking good at all. It's not looking good for our hero. Oh no, Gore Magala, please. Oh, Gore Magala, please, my goodness. And I didn't paintball him again. Alright, so that's going to be the first thing I'll have to do. I'll need to come over and paintball him, and then I'll need to make sure I don't get one shot. And then I'll need to make sure I actually can hit him. Because if he's flying around everywhere, my hardest enemy to deal with is a monster that flies around like that. Think of Rathalos from Monster Hunter 1. Obviously, it's not that bad because I can actually reach him. But at the same time, it's like, Gore Magala, please, my dude, just calm down. Stay on the ground. I don't have the right gunner skills in order to deal with something like that. But the best thing I can do is just try to beat him up anyways and hope for the best. I actually don't remember Gore Magala flying around that much, so I feel like that might be a bit of an AI oddity, or maybe he does fly around that much, and I'll just position myself in a way before last time that kept him from flying around as much. Daggum, Jaggy, get out of here. I just want to get some honey. Something I will say about the gathering points in this game is that they do seem to be a lot more generous than they are in Monster Hunter 1. It is quite the interesting comparison, going from Monster Hunter 1 to Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. Of course, with him, or like that, yeah, I think he completely de-aggroed from me, so that's pretty annoying. I don't know how far I'm into beating him. If I had to guess, I'd say I'm only about 20% into taking down his health pool, and I really don't think I will be beating him. However, as long as I stay away from that face, and avoid getting exploded like I did before, and, of course, avoid going into the next zone, because Gore Magala won't stay in the center of the map, then I should be in a much better position than I was last time. Looks like I was backed up into a corner. I don't know what's going on today. Maybe I'm just not good at the game, which that's definitely part of it, but it feels like this Gore Magala is a lot more aggressive. I know he actually got me with and obviously I also think I'm just struggling to deal with his moves. So what happened was he got me with a ground slam attack, and literally right as I got up and my invulnerability frames ended, he went to do the attack again, like he was in the middle of doing the attack. So I tried dodging through it, and I just dodged the wrong way, most likely, but I'm not entirely sure how to deal with that sort of chain attack sort of situation. Now, most likely I'm going to lose. I've already accepted that. I don't think I'm going to be able to salvage this, but I am going to do the best I can take him down. I do really struggle with some of his attacks, though. Like, whenever he's running around the arena everywhere, I'm not really sure exactly what I'm supposed to do to try to make him a bit more static, or, you know, get damage in on him, because, you know, obviously he's flying around everywhere, he's running around everywhere. And it's really hard finding that position where he's just where I can hit him or where I can reach him or where I can like be in a safe enough place to avoid his attacks. However, something else I've also struggled with is just like whenever he chains some of his attacks together, they're actually just, at least in my experience, unavoidable. So as an example, what happened was I think a Jagged knocked me over and then he charged me and that's actually what killed me. But well, that's what I was saying, like, you know, small monsters are very dangerous, so that's why I usually deal with them whenever they're being a problem, if they're, you know, killable. But in terms of him doing these attacks like that, they're not that bad. I can kind of avoid them, but something like where he does the giant ground pound and then I get hit by that, if I do get hit by that, I don't really know how I can avoid a second one if he chains it immediately afterward. So attacks like that, I can definitely deal with that. However, attacks like the ground pound, if like that attack right there, if I'm just too close to him, I don't think there's any way I can avoid it or dodge it or anything like that. But in terms of the ground pound as well, yeah, like that one, oh man, I was trying to block it there. I should have dodged, but yeah, if he would have done the second ground pound, I wasn't really sure how I could have actually dealt with it. Unfortunately, due to the effects of the virus, I also need to try to get some damage in on him before the effects of the virus take over. So obviously, attacks like that, you gotta be careful of it. Really, it just feels like being beside him is the safest bet instead of being like in front of him. That's another thing. I was in front of him a lot. Maybe that's got something to do with him. It just feels like being in front of Gore Magala is the most dangerous place you can be. So that attack right there where he just kind of charges at you with his wings out, that does feel really difficult to avoid because if you're too close, I just don't know where the safe place is. Ooh, attacks like that though, it's pretty easy because you can just dodge through it. Or block it, of course. Alright, man. I don't really know what the deal is with that attack though. The wing attacks, where he just like slams his wings on the ground, that really has a low chance of hitting. Like, I appreciate how tight the hitboxes are, but I don't usually say this. I feel like they did Gore Magala a little bit dirty on that. I feel like they could have made the hitboxes a little less strict for, oh yeah, like that attack right there. I really struggled dealing with that attack from too close. But yeah, they really should have given him less tight hitboxes in my opinion, but I don't know. Oh, and of course I did get hit by that attack as I say it. Yeah, like that attack right there, that third one, that's the one I struggle with. Now, I don't know what's going on with this Gore Magala in particular, but he really seems to like fighting in this area right here at the very edge of the zone. I am struggling to actually combat him this way, but I think the best thing I can do is just try to, like, whenever I come out here by accident like I did just now, I did not mean to leave the zone. I just kind of try to beat him up. And of course, you know, being over here, the camera is also really difficult to deal with as well. So that lock-on does definitely help. But the best thing I can really do, is get his feeler here and hopefully try to, oh, it's just a tear. That's a bummer. So that's what I was saying about with the pants before. It's really difficult getting a pair of pants because I think it requires feelers, and the feelers you actually have to like break them off. Something I did just realize, literally right as he flew off, is I haven't paintballed him in a minute. I'm hoping that I can paintball him before he does this PR from the minimap here. Thankfully, I've seen where he goes, so that's the most difficult thing to deal with. Just seeing where he went. Yeah, there he goes. There goes the paintball, so yeah, that's something that does really... Oh my god! Gore Magala, you cheap son of a bitch. Now it's personal. But that is something that does occasionally bother me. It's that monsters will wait until right before the paintball goes off, and then they'll leave. So that does annoy me a little bit, but there ain't really much you can do about it besides just try to track the monster down and obviously pay attention. The paintballs do really help, of course, and honestly, I prefer it over the current system. So Monster Hunter World, I think, did it great in terms of tracking the monster. You actually had to track down the monster, and you know, you get a little thing saying, yeah, this is a thing, you know, it's a big monster, but it didn't tell you, like, exactly who it was. Monster Hunter Rise kind of just threw that out the window. Honestly, something I have considered is if anybody ever does, like, an overhaul for Monster Hunter... Oh, well, that's probably what I'm going to say that. I don't want to spoil it too much. If anybody does an overhaul for Monster Hunter Wilds to make it a bit more Monster Hunter, for lack of not wanting to spoil it, then yeah, I'll probably deal with that. But I'll probably install it more and try it out. But yeah, it does feel like ever since Monster Hunter Rise, they've kind of made it more of a monster fighter instead of a monster hunter. And that does make me really sad, because I do like taking that chance to explore the world and get out there and just check it out, because it's really fun. These worlds are really interesting and beautiful, and if you make it too easy to find the monsters, it just de-incentivizes people from actually experiencing the hunter part of Monster Hunter. And I feel like that just kind of defeats the purpose of it being Monster Hunter, instead of, like Monster Fighter. I feel like it's okay for Rise as a portable title, something like Freedom Unite, Monster Hunter Freedom, Portable Third, maybe even, I don't know about 3 Ultimate. I was gonna say maybe even 3 Ultimate, but nah, that was actually like a mainline, like a proper mainline title, so I don't know about that one, but something like Monster Hunter Rise, just showing you exactly where the monsters are all the time, it's really tragic. Oh, I actually got him while he was feeding. He actually lost stamina and was feeding on a gargoyle, but I managed to get him. So, yeah, I'm gonna take that back as payment for being real cheap and just deciding to charge at me literally the second I entered the zone. I feel like there should be like maybe a 1 second delay on monster AI interactions whenever, like if you're the only player or like the very first player that enters the zone, I feel like there should be a 1 second delay to like monsters being able to interact. Not for, like, to make it casual or whatever, but because it does feel legitimately cheap and unfair if the monster can, like, charge at you that fast before the screen even fully shows up, because it's still loading. So in that sort of situation, it does feel like, kind of cheap. But that said, I'm not trying to, like, detract from Gore Magala. I'm not just trying to complain about it. He does have a very striking visual. He does have a pretty fun fight. A lot of his attacks are pretty easy to avoid, even if, like, that attack right there, if he chains it again, I might be screwed. Okay, yeah, we're pretty good. Hopefully, yeah, okay, the explosion, that one's dangerous, but, he is a very fair fight. I don't mean to say he isn't fair. I think that's just a problem with the AI itself for, like, all monsters. Whenever you're entering a zone and that monster has the ability to charge like that, I think it's an issue with the AI itself rather than Gore Magala. Because if you enter an area and there's monsters literally on top of you before you even have a chance to process what's going on, then yeah, it does feel like that can be very cheap and unfair. Even if it is, I guess, technically, quote-unquote, realistic that a monster can go after you the microsecond it sees you. And that's what I was meaning about the charge attack. That attack right there, it does feel a bit unfair at times, unless there really is just a way of avoiding it that I don't seem to grasp yet. Because if he charges at you and you can't dodge through the attack in any direction, with it being as wide of a hitbox as it is, it's like, how are you supposed to avoid it? Although, I seem to have luck with that one right there. Maybe it's not as wide as I was thinking. I could have just been dodging in the wrong direction, or maybe not dodging the right way. I don't know. Because, like, that one right there, it did seem like I had a pretty generous run. I actually thought, based on my own knowledge of the attack, that I was going to get hit by it. Like, even right there. So I'm not entirely sure, like, where the hitbox on it. It could just be a case of a wonky hitbox. Ooh, what? Okay, we're good. It could just be a case of a wonky hitbox, and that's just what got me before. Alright, yeah, he got me. I lost the quest. It's time for me to go anyways. I was about to end via subquest. So, yeah, this is probably the hardest time I've ever had getting a pair of pants. This is the most difficult pair of pants I've ever had to get. Because, wow, that damage. Seriously, the damage, the aggression, the first two feints, I'm not going to say they felt cheap or unfair per se. I just feel like I didn't really have a grasp of what was going on, and I wasn't really sure how to avoid his attacks. So maybe if I would have, like, built up to it, going solo, or maybe if I would have watched a guide or something, I probably would have had a better time with it, but I don't know. I feel like I'm getting better at fighting him. I feel like I still did better last time, but I also feel like I am still improving in terms of, like, my knowledge of the boss. So it is a really weird differential there, but I am going to call it right here. I think I need to hurry. This probably won't be edited too much, probably just, like, cut down, but yeah, thank everybody so much for watching. If you like the video, leave a like on it, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and leave a comment down below if you have any tips for me on getting a nice, decent pair of pants in this game, because my god. That said, if you want to join Discord, check out our Discord link in the description below, and if you want to support the future of the channel, check out my Patreon link in the description below as well. And, yeah, I think that's everything. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye now.